Hi, I cannot tell you how many times I have started a video. It's like I have nothing. I am so brain dead, and I've got my book. I'm actually going to try to do kind of a honey-do list or things that I need to do. I thought maybe if I did it here, it would help me. So, I think the reason I get so befuddled, muddled, mush brained, whatever, is I don't make a list. And then I get beyond overwhelmed to the point where I can't remember stuff to make a list. So it sucks. And there is just like so much going on. I collect pens, by the way. I probably have 2,000. I don't know. I've been weeding them out. So it may be down to 1,500. I'll have to look. I'm tempted to get this cut, but not yet. I wanted to get it colored, but money is a little bit of an issue. But okay, well, I babysat today this morning for my great niece. She's a handful. Love her to pieces. She's cute as can be. See, and I wish I could like do a video of that, but her mom wouldn't like me putting her on YouTube, so I respect that. Then I took a shower after that. Then I came home. Well, if you want to call it home, to my uncle's, and then I had to go to the bank for him. Now, here's the thing. Maybe this was really not nice of me, but there's this girl that works at the bank. She's kind of new. I'm not that fond of her. I like my original people. You know, I'm a creature of habit, and, you know, you get used to the same people, and they know you and stuff. And I had been to her a couple of times. She needs to kind of lighten up a little bit, though. So I had a withdrawal slip, and I had checks. I do banking for my uncle, and I'm not on his account to take money out of his savings, but I am on his checking. So I gave her everything with because he's very explicit. You know, he writes everything down on the envelope what he wants. So I handed it to her, not saying a word, and she didn't ask me to sign the checks, which every time, and I do this all the time, I've been asked to sign the checks. She was going to give me the withdrawal money, and I almost didn't say anything. But then there's a part of me, I knew it was wrong. I'm not on his account. And I guess because she was processing it, and she goes, "How would you like that?" And I was like, "I don't think you want to do that." I was, I'm a butt. Okay, I like to pick on people. I like to test them, and I wanted to see what she would do because anybody else I go to, they would have just gave it back to me and said, "Hey, he needs to be here," or, you know, the person that's on it needs to be here. You can't do it. So I just said, "Well, I'm not on his account. I don't think you should be, you know, processing this." So I think she got a little bit upset with me. and and then I said, "I think I'm supposed to sign the checks." And she looked at them and she goes, "Well, you can sign this one or something." I don't know what it was all about, but I said, "If I don't have to sign it, fine. I don't matter to me. You know, I mean, I've always been asked to sign it. I don't care." But she kind of pushed it at me and she goes, "You can sign it," or something like that. So she wasn't too happy with me. So I came back and I was able to get my uncle to get into the car. And he always sits in the back, and we went through the drive through to get money out of his savings. And, you know, they have cameras and stuff, and they asked if he was in the car with me. And it was a girl that I knew. So, you know, and I told him to yell hi. And then she was like, "Oh, okay, I see him," or something like that, you know. Anyway, yeah, I tend to be a butt. What can I say? So I've been pretty much home, And I got the brochure done for Love 'em All, and I'm having my daughter look at it to see if it needs any changes or tweak it or stuff. And I totally revamped it. And when you do stuff like that, people think, because it's time consuming. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what pictures I want to use, what's the format I want to use, what's the font I want to use, what's the color I want to use. You know, is it going to be okay? I mean, I totally changed everything about their old one because it was so outdated, rewording things, and I'm still not like totally thrilled with it. However, we need something for this fundraiser and for the craft show. So it's kind of like this will get by until I can tweak it and make it a little bit better. I'll just print some off of my computer. It uses a lot of ink, but that's okay because I'll just print a few for the craft show. And I ordered some cellophane to do the baskets, and I went on Amazon, and I thought for sure it didn't give you a option. It didn't give you a choice for color. So I was hoping that it would come in clear. And it's a very light blue, and we are in fall. So I am going to go back onto Amazon and just see if they do have another company or something that offers shrink wrap in a clear is what I really wanted. I mean, you could still see through it, but I'm like, okay, we're using like your fall colors, and I have blue. It doesn't fit too well, so I'm going to do that. And tomorrow, the trash goes out, which is hard for me to handle, but I got most of it out tonight. I got to be really careful this doesn't get infected. I haven't been taking care of it the way I should. So anyway, I'm taking the title to my aunt's car to have it put in my name. And I was told that if you're a family member, you don't have to pay taxes. It can be a gift. So I need to ask him about that because I don't want to do anything wrong. I don't want to do anything incorrect. So I'm going to ask him. Then I got to ask him about a replacement title for my uncle. And I looked it up online, and there's a form that you fill out for that. I can't get the form online. I mean, I was like, okay, I'll print this off, have them sign it. So I got to go talk to them about that because it's like, if you expect me to bring him here, that's going to be really rough. I mean, I can get him out, but it's far and few between that he wants to go out. It's far and few between that he wants to get into the car because it's hard for him to go down the stairs, and there's not that many, but it's still hard. It's not much of a list that I've been talking for 10 minutes. That's Wednesday. I don't know what's going to happen Wednesday afternoon because I can't think straight right now. I do know that on Thursday, my daughter's kittens are sick, and we don't know why. The one that was adopted out is fine, but we don't know if they're getting into something. They should be over 2 pounds, and they're not even 2 pounds, so she had to reschedule their neuter because they won't do anything unless they're 2 pounds. So we're really kind of worried about that. So if anybody watches this, pray for the kittens. Send up prayers that they are fine. So we're going to clean the house thoroughly, change out all the cat boxes, put in all new litter, change out all the cardboard, just really super clean, and see if that helps. I mean, I can't imagine nobody else is sick, and we have none of the adult cats are at all sick, so we don't know what's going on. She did put them on an antibiotic and probiotic to see if that helps, but it's scary when you have little ones that are getting sick. It's really scary, and then when they all start getting sick, then it's even scarier. So, and they're already spoken for. So now we have to call the people that adopted them or pending adoption, waiting for them. and let them know that, hey, you can't take them yet because, there's something wrong. We got to figure it out. We would never ever give somebody a sick animal, not on purpose. We always make sure they're healthy and, have been totally vetted and neutered, spayed, all that stuff. So that's going to make for a busy day. Plus, I have to pick up 2 kittens from the Humane Society. It's called SNAP. A lot of people go, what's SNAP? It's the Humane Society that, has a vet there that does a lot of spayed, neuter, they do a lot of TNR. A lot of people go there because they're cheaper. They do the basics. And so I have to pick up 2 kittens there and take them to the vets to be picked up by their adoptive family or fosters. I'm not sure because they're not ours. Anyway, so even though it doesn't sound like much, when I get up in the morning, it's like I need gas in my car. I'm like on empty, and I need to check my oil because it's been a little while. I'm probably ready for an oil change. All that is time consuming. And I got to make sure there's nothing that my uncle needs, and I didn't get to go visit my aunt, but she has like nurses coming and stuff during the day. My sister's going to go see her tomorrow. And the thing is I would love, 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 love to do videos when I'm out doing errands, but if there's somebody with me, then I can't. Because if they don't want to be taped, they don't want to be in front of the camera. What I might do though, like my daughter definitely doesn't want to be in front of the camera, is I might have her do the taping, videotaping, and see what she thinks about that. See if she'll help me out that way. My sister doesn't mind. She's pretty cool. So, yeah. I've been talking for 15 minutes now. I don't have much on here. So a lot of stuff my daughter has also a list because of the baskets that we're doing. Oh, I know. I got to work on that board, the pet board for the craft show for the adoptable animals. And I got to decorate the donation jar because some people, if they don't want to buy anything or whatever, they might just, put extra change in there, put a buck in there, which is fine. So I got to decorate that. And that's time consuming because that board, oh my gosh, that's time consuming. Here's the thing that I'm upset about. We went there the other day, yesterday, and we called the oxygen company because we requested 12 tanks. 12 e-tanks are the big ones, and 12 small ones for when we take her out. We went in there was only 6, and then they had taken one, so I took pictures. There was 5 and 12. Okay. We went there, this was on Friday, and we went there yesterday. I get my days mixed up. Today's Tuesday, Monday. So you got Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. Anyway, she was supposed to have 12 tanks. And when we went there was 0 tanks. And we went and talked to the manager and said, hey, we called the oxygen company. They said they left 12. And what happened was, I'm going to have to kind of back up. Because we went there was 0 tanks, and we said something, well, there was a power outage. So they just go in and they take whatever tanks, whoever tanks, to use them for whoever needs oxygen. I said, I thought you had a generator. They didn't know what outlets ran what generators, so they just put everybody on tanks. Okay. So what happens when the tanks get used up? You said that the power was out for, I think, 6 hours. I don't know, maybe even 4 hours. I don't know. Those tanks only last 3 hours. And I'm like, what happened to the 6 tanks that were originally missing? They're not there. They're gone. What happened to them? So she's taking notes and she's writing stuff down. She can't give me an answer. There's 6 missing large E-tanks because my aunt hates it when she gets stuck in her room and has to eat in her room because they don't have oxygen. And we pay for it. We get billed for the oxygen. And I've told him before, when something happened, I said, if you don't have an emergency plan in place for this, you're going to have a lawsuit on your hands. I guarantee it. If something happens to somebody because they don't have the oxygen and God forbid they die or whatever happens, or, you know, you're going to have a lawsuit because you're not being proactive enough to have some kind of emergency plan in action, in place, whatever. And it just irritates the hell out of me because, I mean, they're brand new. It's nice, and I mean, I really like the people. They're nice, but damn it, get your shit together. You are got these people's lives in your hand. I mean, so we are going to get her that portable concentrator because, I mean, that will, at least, that runs on a battery. And the batteries are 13 hours. They do have 4-hour batteries and 13-hour batteries. Well, we're going to buy a couple of the 13-hour batteries, if not like 3, just to be safe. And there's some issues with that because it's guaranteed for life of the patient. But anyway, I am rambling way too long, but that just, oh my gosh, that burns me. So I just wrote a couple of things down, and there's a lot more. My mind is mush. It's just insane. So, and oh, I could just go on about some other stuff too, but I'm going to let it go because I have talked too long, and I'm going to go ahead and post this because it's been a while. I'm biting at the bit to do something different. I mean, summer's over. I was really hoping I could get out, but life happens, and family they just, I mean, you can tell just from what I've done, I don't do anything fun, really. My life kind of sucks. And I don't know. I guess, you know, like people will say something to me and I go, just here to serve. That's my lot in life. Just here to serve. Y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.